Listening. Welcome to the FGC podcast. This is Turk.
And this is Slug, and nothing makes you want to kill Nazis or commies like seeing a president in the three-dimensional world.
Sure. That was aggressive.
I'm just saying that's the ad that Twitch decided to put before our beautiful podcast. I saw Ronald Reagan giving a stirring speech to a table of commandos, and then the next thing I know, people are just getting shot in the back of the head.
Jesus Christ. Yikes. So it was the new Call of Duty game?
Yeah, Call of Duty the Cold War, which actually I don't think was a real war. Like, I don't know how many people died during the Cold War. It was just us being afraid of the Ruskies.
I gotcha. Okay. What's up, brother Steve? Thanks for hanging out. Hope you're doing all right today. We did some adjustments on things. So let us know if our levels are shitty or how we're sounding. That would be appreciated. We're doing a new setup, so it's a little different. I was testing it and I checked the monitor and everything, but you know me, I probably fucked something up somewhere. So
Well, you sound great on my end. I sat back in my chair a little bit because I didn't like that my camera was like, there was no top of my head. It was like there was no space above me. It was just bam, end of the frame. So I'm sitting back a little bit, more comfortable, more relaxed. Plus, it's
gotcha.
fall now. There's no reason to be all amped up. It's fall. It's time to just chill. It's
It
November.
it is fall. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I gotcha. So I got some questions.
I love questions.
My first one is I just want to check in, see how you're doing. How's your health? We missed last week. I don't remember the reason why, but we were not able to pod last week, so I'm just checking in to
No,
see.
did we not pod? I'm pretty sure we ate a bunch of shitty sausages and it gave me
Was that
the
last
most.
week?
Yeah, it gave my butt the worst diarrhea. And I know Slug Mama, I know Sandy Boy doesn't really like me talking about my butthole on the pod as much as I do, but I'll tell you what, I didn't talk about it for a while, so I can make up for it now. It quivered. There was so much action coming out of it at 3 in the morning last week after eating the fake sausage and then the regular sausage, then the turkey sausage. It was an experience that I don't want to happen again.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I don't think I got sick or anything. I just wasn't happy. It just wasn't good.
Yeah.
Um
Well, that means now Sonic is now 3 for 3 for give me diarrhea, and Dunkin' Donuts is 2 for 4. So I am definitely writing off Dunkin'.
I gotcha. I gotcha. So I actually ended up making my own sausage sandwich like the next day for breakfast,
Mm.
and it was phenomenal. Just had some Jimmy Dean sausage patties on there, some homemade eggs. Blew everything out of Dunkin' Donuts out of
Yeah,
the water, and it was like
sounds
half the
much
price.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm okay with it. So what have you been up to this week? Anything exciting? Doing anything? Any fun
Just
stories?
turning on. I've been turning on the heater for the first time in a long time, trying to get nice and toasty in the house. It hasn't been bad at all. It's just it's the fall. We should see if they work, and I forget what it's like to feel warm because I've just been like right in this middle ground. I've been very content throughout the summer months in the being a little underground keeps it kind of cool, but it's been nice to be toasty for the last couple days. It is now officially snowing. I see my flowers outside my window are actually shivering. It looks like they are physically shivering from the cold as snow falls and lands on top of them. I've not done much important things. I did eat some food, and we're going to talk about that a little later when we have one of our debates. So I've been having some nice, tasty food. You know what? I was on TikTok today, and I saw somebody who had a whole bunch of clout because they made tater tot casserole with chicken bacon ranch, and I did that about a month ago. We had the idea first, and now I see somebody toting around like, "Look how famous and fancy I am with my awesome CBR gooey chicken cater tot casserole." I was just a little mad that I didn't fucking put it out there. Just a little mad.
You should have put it on TikTok, bro.
Yep. Yep. I should have. Can't really get into the kitchen, so I don't want to be like, "Hey, Hannah, go figure out TikTok and good luck." It's not really fair to her.
Hey Hannah, go do this and make me famous.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure
I
you
got
get the right angles. Make sure you get the right cuts. Don't fuck it up. So I
So
did see that today.
okay. So speaking of TikTok, well, not TikTok. Speaking of cooking things, you made some sludge this week, right?
I did. I made some Cincinnati chili after watching Maddie Matheson's Halloween sludge special.
And I
And
made
so,
chili 2 weeks ago. So we're
yes,
just
you
chili
did.
boys. We're chili boys.
I love chili, and it's the perfect season for chili.
So walk me through what Cincinnati chili is.
Cincinnati chili, as you know, I'm not from Cincinnati, so I'm an expert because everyone else there doesn't know what they're doing. So, Cincinnati chili is a beanless chili where you cook it with just beef. It's almost like a sauce that you would put over top of a hot dog, so it's more of a topping, I'd assume. That's how I feel it. Like after looking at it, it was delicious. Some of the best things I've ever put in my mouth. But it's not the chili that I grew up with where you want to eat a bowl of it. So you just get your little vegetables, and Maddie Matheson pureed it. And I thought that was very interesting. So you got your carrots and celery and whatnot, onion, garlic, and you just put it into a slurry. You got it in a food processor, cook that up, which I don't know how you cook a slurry, but he did. Then he adds all of his seasonings. So you got your different cayenne peppers, chilies, your peppercorns. Like he had so many, and we had most of them. So Hannah's got a very, very good spice rack upstairs. The spice drawer is well stocked. And then you put the beef in, and what was interesting, he had some beef stock and some tomato sauce, and he just let the beef cook raw. He just dropped it in one big ball and just let it boil away until it was nice and soft and sludgy, and it got thick and reduced. And the big key is a little cinnamon and chocolate, apparently, in a Cincinnati chili. So he chopped up some dark chocolate really, really fine, let it just melt and just kind of emulsify. Everything came together, and it made this beefy, aromatic sludge, tomatoey sludge that we put over top of noodles and a big old heap and pow of cheddar shredded cheese and some fresh raw onion on top. And it was delicious. Apparently, there's a restaurant chain in Cincy called Skyline Chili.
Which gave me a quivering butthole when I ate it before a rock concert,
Okay.
which
Okay,
was
so you
not the
had
best.
Skyline.
Not the best.
Hannah said it's not the best, and she can't wait to take me. So I cannot wait to be pleased and disappointed, I guess, or underwhelmed. So
Yeah.
one day I will venture to Cincinnati and I will try Skyline Chili, and I will enjoy it because I usually throw noodles into my regular chili with beans and onions and peppers and all that other good stuff. I love having a leftover bowl of chili on a warm or on a cold morning or afternoon when I want to warm myself up, throwing a little bit of leftover pasta with the leftover chili, making some chili mac. But this Cincinnati style chili is just meant to be enjoyed over noodles or pasta. And so I was a big fan last night. Huge fan. And I
Okay.
can't wait to have some leftovers for dinner today.
Yeah, I froze the rest of our chili. We had a couple bowls of it, and then I froze the rest. I keep it in there, and then when we get our first big freeze, and I don't want to leave the house, I think I'm gonna unthaw it and eat it.
What did you
I,
do to your chili?
so I just found I think it was just a run of the mill tasty website recipe. And I just kind of doctored it up with my own stuff. I added a little bit more heat. It was a Cincinnati chili recipe because it asked for like cocoa powder. It asked for um, though there were beans in it. I don't think there's beans in Cincinnati chili, is there?
Not
And
from what I've seen
not
so
in.
far, no.
I don't know if he put any beans in Matty Matheson's, but
No, he did not. It was just meat.
we put kidney beans in ours. We had dark red and regular red or whatever. Um, just a can though. I didn't go crazy with it. It was very, 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 very good. I kicked it up a little bit. I added in a lot of the pianists or Hot Ones garlic classic sauce. I put a good
Okay.
bit of that in there. And then I put in some Humble House, um, some of their spicy garlic sauce as well. And then for heat, and I didn't tell Gabby this, so Gabby's gonna find this out for the first time. But I put like a small, maybe 2 dollops, like not even dollop, 2 like drops of that garlic reaper that hot sauce guy
Oh,
sent us
okay, okay.
in there. Um,
Very nice.
there wasn't a lot of heat still, so
I
like it
love
didn't really
deception.
kill you. It didn't really kill you.
We didn't have chili peppers. We didn't have fresh chilies. So we used the hot one sauce, the Los Calientes remix that didn't have the pepper X in it, but that did have some habaneros and maybe a little hints of ghosts. So it gave it and we put a couple spoonfuls. Hannah throws that in now to bring the sauce to life with heat, which I like because heat should not be a flavor. I've been watching this Chinese guy on TikTok, and this chef, he's kind of like a home chef, and I really appreciate he's just very soulful and he talks with purpose and he's very calm and he talks about like the Szechuan people, how they don't fear the heat, and he doesn't think heat or spice it's not a flavor. It's an emotion. It brings an
gotcha.
extra sense to your cooking. So there is no flavor in heat. It's just an extra dynamic. It's an extra sense awakening when you eat. So that's why I really like this Los Calientes. Last time I tried to put hot sauce into chili, I ruined it. It made the whole chili taste just like the hot sauce, and I wasn't trying to eat thick hot sauce.
Okay.
So I really appreciate this, and I hope yours is good. It sounds great.
It was really good. We didn't do it over noodles or add an abundance of cheese like the Matty Matheson recipe called for. We my big thing with chili is Fritos scoops with some sour cream and some chili. I like to mix that all up in there, and Fritos scoops, chili, sour cream, and just like your basic cheddar cheese. And I just scoop that. I love that. That's like my thing. I could eat that all the time. Actually, last week while we were on stream, when we were playing Among Us, I did in fact eat a bowl of chili. And while eating a bowl of chili,
you used that to be the imposter.
Murdered all of your bodies and killed everybody, and managed to pull off a dub, which was pretty nice. Though, I mean, to validate that, at some point, there were instances where I was not moving because I was eating, and then people were calling me out on not moving. I never used the chili to actually justify a murder as much as I used it.
You did, and it was mine. You killed me when they said, "Where's Turk not moving?" You're like, "I'm just eating chili." You 100% used the chili to get away with killing me in particular.
Oh, my bad. Well, I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's the name of the game, right? It's the name of the game. Don't hate you. You're just doing your job. Who I really hate are the crewmates that fall for your bullshit all the time.
So, this talk of chili has led me to a question, and I'm all about questions. I like quizzing you. I like getting into the mind of Slug. I like finding things
dangerous.
out. So, I've got a question.
Yes.
Is chili a soup or is chili a stew?
No. Well, that's a great point. That's a great question. Great question. Is chili? So I don't think. So my gut instinct is got to say it's not a soup because soups are runny usually. I don't really like thick soups, and once you get more meat into it, you start to get into the stew territory. But chili, there's so many different types of chili. I almost want to say chili is its own brand. I think chili might be its own conglomerate. It's its own category.
Well, I don't think it's its own category because I think it falls under the stew category. I 100% know for a fact it's not a soup. But I think it's a type of stew because you leave it in a pot. Like a stew, there's beef stew, there's other types of stew, you know what I mean? And a stew is, in my brain, are you stewing something? It's the act of. And so a stew,
the act of.
So a stew is something that you put in a pot for a very long time, that's hearty, it's thick. Like most stews don't necessarily aren't runny. They're like kind of big chunky. They're potato-y. Like they kind of get all mushy. You know what I mean? So I think I personally am going to lop chili into the stew category because it's your meat. It's your veggies. You're grinding them. You're pulverizing them in some cases. In other cases, they're big and chunky. And then you put them in there. I don't know because... I guess that you can say
there are
soups
some hearty soups,
but those are creamy soups. The reason why they're that way is generally because they're creamy.
Yeah, but I've had some creamy stews. Like I like to put a little cream in my stew, a little bit of milk.
So then, is the universal question: is soup and stew the same thing?
It's also great. A good question would be to propose to the soup gods and the stewards what makes a stew and what makes a soup.
DK with a good point. There are runny chilies.
Wendy's
chili.
Though.
Wendy's chili is like I don't know. A lot of people say it's the fast food chili, like the best fast food chili, and that's just runny ground meat water.
Look at Yankees fan. Look at Brother Steve coming with the Quibi. He's coming with the Cora answer from the internet. That's what we need.
He just
So,
asked
the liquid
Jeeves.
content though, yeah, but a liquid content that might be the actual definition that we're
Yeah,
not looking at.
because when
Soups
you're
might have to have a certain liquid content. Wow, Brother Steve always coming through.
I think he's using text to speech because it just dropped some asterisks with a period. Don't necessarily know if he meant to do that
Yeah,
himself.
but he has a date there. My brother didn't sit at home and just come up with an answer for chili on April 7th, 2020 and save it for this particular podcast. He
Well, no,
definitely
that's a
got that from
copy
a
and
source.
paste, but
Yeah,
afterwards he just dropped.
some asterisks. Yeah,
Yeah. So that's
nice.
just a question that I've been toying. Like, just it's been is chili a soup or is chili a stew? I'm leaning towards stew because it's not. It's not very watery. It's more of like a thick sustenance. Um,
Mhm.
and in my brain, that's where stew goes because like all the stews that I've had growing up and that I like are just like thick boy. It's not like
Yeah.
you're not like when I think soup, I think of either like an emulsified vegetable product with floating things in it, or just a broth with floating things in it, where it's very much more liquidy. While like with stew, you could scoop that shit out of there with a cracker or with a scoop or whatever. That's where I'm coming from. So that's going to be the question of the week. Every game we play, when we join in a new lobby with random strangers, I'm going to ask them. I'm going to tweet it out right now. So if anybody is listening, they should definitely pull out their telephonos and go to it. I'll let you know when it's tweeted. That guy question of the week
It's super. Yeah, it's
is chili
Chili's got to be a stew.
a soup or stew?
Personally, I think it's its own category. But if you're giving me an ultimatum, I'm gonna have to say
Gonna
it's a
be a
stew.
week, 7 days. Soup or stew is chili. Soup. It's out there. Go drop your opinions. Tell us what you think. Get it out there. I am going to personally vote that it is a stew.
I don't know if I've ever been to. I mean, I've definitely been to a Texas Roadhouse, but I don't think I've ever gotten the chili at a Texas
Yeah,
Roadhouse.
I haven't either. Actually, I've been kind of begging Gabtron to go to a Texas Roadhouse for like
Well, now you have to
almost
for science.
almost a month now because I just want their honey butter and rolls. Like it's gone so bad that I saw a TikTok where someone like, "Oh, you can make your own," and I saved it immediately and was like,
Hmm.
I could do this."
I bet you could. I bet you could whip some up. But I mean, if you go, just describe it all to me. I love their blooming onion. I don't know if you can call it the blooming onion, but it's a big old fried onion. I love the fried onion at Texas Roadhouse. Love that honey butter on the buns. I could like. I mean, I like the steak too. Don't get me wrong, but I could just eat the bread and the onions and be 100% satisfied. Kind of like going to Red Lobster. As long as I get a cheddar bay biscuit, I don't care what my entree is. And I'll have our own little discussion point for next week. A friend of the show, a personal friend of mine, reached out and said, "Can I get some male opinions on this decoration and gift idea?" And I said, "Most certainly you can." So after we tackle if chili is a soup or a stew, I got something for us over the next week.
Okay.
So what else? You got anything else for me up there? That's a pretty good one.
Well, you see, that was the question of the week that I wanted to propose. And there was a question that I wanted to ask last week, but I forgot to ask it. So we're gonna switch back.
Don't
Oh,
mind me. Do what that mouth do.
we're gonna switch back. So right now we're in a transitional time period. You know,
Yes.
yesterday was October, spooky season.
Mhm.
Today is Thanksgiving season. Turkey belly, gobleritos,
Love it.
get go, gobbler sandwiches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Thanksgiving sandwich. Oh yeah, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday,
And
hands down.
so
Has been for a decade.
I wanted to ask this question earlier. It's about Halloween, but that'll lead into the transition to my next group of questions for the second
Okay.
half of the pod.
Okay.
Because yesterday was Halloween, so I want to ask this question. I got an image here. I'm gonna pull it up as soon as I can find it. Boom. You're given $15. I want you to build your perfect candy.
Yeah. I was excited when you showed this to me earlier. Now, what I need to know is one, why is this like presented by CBS Fantasy Football today?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I hid
Secondly,
any form of logo that would, I thought.
100% did not, but it's okay. I
Oh,
don't know
I
if you
see
can
that
read.
over there.
Yeah.
I see that over. It's
100%
super
under
tiny.
every.
It's super tiny. It's
It is
super
on
tiny.
there multiple times, literally
no.
under every dollar sign.
It's super tiny. It's super tiny.
Okay, but my question is, can I double up?
I mean, sure. If you want to get 3
If I
rounds
just
of
want
Reese's,
$15, if I want $15 worth of gummy bears, I just want to know what my rules are. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna hit it up with gummy bears, and because I'm usually sharing a house or some sort of treats with Hannah, I'm gonna hook her up with some Tootsie Rolls. So I'm
Okay.
dropping $2 on Tootsie Rolls in air and gummy bears.
All right.
Then I'm taking now that I know I'm allowed to double up, double Baby Ruths. I just watched Good Mythical Morning, and they shat on the Baby Ruth, and I was very disappointed in them. Very disappointed. They put it to the finals. The final worst candy bar was between a Zero bar and a Baby Ruth, and I don't think either of those should have been considered for the worst candy bar of all time, let alone making it to the finals. So double Baby Ruths, that is $4. We are now up to $6. I'm definitely taking that Three Musketeers. That takes up to $9.
Okay.
I'm
adjusting
taking.
our faces a little bit here. Seeing
That's
how
all right.
this works. Okay.
Then I'm getting that Butterfinger.
All right.
That takes us up to $13.
Okay.
Correct?
Sure. I'm not doing your math. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. I got two
I'm
more
trying
dollars.
to figure out that our faces don't get covered by the screen. You think I'm going to sit here and do your math? I can't
I'm
even
just
do
following
math
you.
in real life for real reasons. Fuck you. Get out of here.
So that's up. I spent 13 of my $15. I'm getting another Baby Ruth. I'm getting 3 Baby Ruths.
Get 3 Baby Ruths. All right.
Yeah, I like Twixes. I like Kit Kats, Snickers. It's an abomination to have peanut M&Ms for $5. That should be free. That should be the stuff that comes at the bottom of your bag that just kind of keeps everything from touching the plastic. Junior Mints for $3, also garbage. I can't believe that's side by side with regular M&Ms and Skittles and Sour Patch Kids.
So
So
I got
I
a
think
question.
CBS needs to work on it. Self.
I got a question.
Yes.
Because it's going to change my decision. And I'm going to let you choose the rules here.
Okay.
On some of these, there's words that ends with S's, and then there's some that don't. So, like, for $1, you get 1 Tootsie Roll. That's how I'm interpreting that. Or do you get a bag of?
I'm gonna say you get a bag. You either get a bag of the small ones or you get one of the big ones. Because there's no way you get a handful of gummy bears for $1, but only 1 baby Tootsie Roll.
All right, so this is
a
a package of that item.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, that changes things a lot.
Because if it's an infinite amount, that I don't need 4 infinities
no
of
infinite
Baby
amounts.
Ruths. Yeah.
I just want to clarify because it has a picture of 1 Tootsie Roll, and
you're right. It does have it, and then it has the word Tootsie Pop, but it's got 5 on there.
Yeah, so like I just want to clarify because this is important to me.
Yeah, you either get the big thick boy or you get a bag of the smalls.
So I guess we should, for the people that are listening that aren't going to watch this on YouTube, I'll run you through the list real quick. Our $5 bracket is Reese Cups, Twix, Kit Kat, Snickers, Peanut M&Ms. $4 bracket, Milky Way, Reese Pieces. I say Reese. I know it's Reese, not Reese's, but that's just the Pittsburgh in me. $4 bracket, Milky Way, Reese Pieces, Crunch Bar, Butterfinger, Starburst. $3 bracket, Sour Patch Kids, Three Musketeers, regular M&Ms, Junior Mints, Skittles. $2 bracket, Baby Ruth, Hershey's Bar, Nerds, Swedish Fish, Airheads. $1 bracket, Warheads, Candy Corn, Tootsie Pop, Tootsie Roll, and Gummy Bears. I, Ryan Turk Davidson, hero of the world, Turk Daddy himself. Everyone that knows me knows what I think. They think they know where I'm going with this. But I'm not going to pay $5 for two Reese cups. That's fucking outlandish and dumb.
Ridiculous.
Even for a king size bar. Or a king size where you get 3 in there? No, dumb. If they're Reese eggs or Reese trees, maybe, because the peanut butter ratio is way better. So, fuck them. They're done. I'm not paying $5 for that. I might pay $5 for a bag of peanut M&Ms, like depending on how big it is. So for this purpose, I will say I'm going with a bag of peanut M&Ms, because if they're peanut butter M&Ms, hands down, but peanut M&Ms, I'll take it. I'll meet you in the middle. That's $5.
Little nutso.
I'm taking $3 worth of Sour Patch Kids just because they're important to me. I don't eat them that often, but when I eat them all and they're gone. I love them, but it's just something that I can't contain. Like if I'm gonna choose candy, I'm gonna go with something that's chocolatey and peanut buttery. But if you put a bag of Sour Patch Kids in front of me, I'm eating that bag. So I'm going with that. So I'm at $8. Then I'm gonna go for $4 worth of Hershey bars. I love Hershey bars. I think a Hershey bar is a quality candy, and it should be worth more than $2.
You're nuts. You are literally nuts. You're spending $5 on peanut M&Ms, and you think that a plain Hershey bar is worth your money.
I love just the simplicity of a plain Hershey bar.
I love the simplicity of chocolate, and Hershey's ain't chocolate.
I break it section by section. I put it on my tongue, and I let it melt. I can
what
make
in the charcoal?
I can make a Hershey's bar last a week.
Good for you.
I love it. And then I'm going to spend the rest of my money on Tootsie Rolls because I think Tootsie Rolls are a very underrated candy. When sometimes our work, they'll buy candy and no one eats the Tootsie Rolls and they just dump it in there, I'll just grab a whole ass handful, put them in my pocket. I love Tootsie Rolls. Even when they're hard, I like to chew the taffy until they get soft. I love Tootsie Rolls. So, peanut M&Ms, Sour Patch Kids for whenever I want them, Hershey bars, and Tootsie Rolls.
Now, see, I think it's interesting to imagine this whole setup as being in like a candy dispenser. So we'll imagine the candy bars are like kind of fun size. So imagine like when you're getting coffee, like at the coffee ground machine where you pull the lever and it just shoots out all the coffee and fills a bag. I imagine every time you pick something, you get one yank of those. So you get like a whole bunch of Reese cups falling out, a whole bunch of Snickers, little things like that, a whole bunch of these others. So that's why I'm saying I would never want to pull anything for $5 to get a bunch of Twix or a bunch of Reese cups when I can get a double pull of Baby Ruth. Shit, I'd rather take your Hershey bar for $2 than any of those $5. But I just think that I'm such a chocolate purist. It will satiate me if nothing else is there. But when I taste like a Sam's Choice or a Godiva or a local like a Sarasis, a Jean and Boots, something like that, a Romulo's, I can't stomach a plain Hershey bar. It's gritty. It just doesn't have that pure chocolate taste I'm looking for. It's cheap. To me, it tastes cheap. And I know it's meant to be the everyman's chocolate because you can get it everywhere and it's cheap. But I've just evolved my chocolate taste buds. Do I need either extra toppings in it and filling like a Baby Ruth or a Milky Way or a Twix, or I need a high quality milk chocolate? But I respect everything else you said.
Yeah. Not gonna go to war with you. I tried to find a picture of it. I can't find it. I'm gonna hide this now, and then I'm gonna adjust us so that we're back to normal here. But candy corn was on there. Neither of us took a second glance at it because it's disgusting trash.
Yeah, candy corn.
Guess what I saw an ad for?
What'd you see an ad for?
I don't know if it's real. I hope it's fake. Just on the Twitter. I can't find it again. It was Thanksgiving dinner flavored candy corn.
What? Find that.
I'll Google it. See if we can find it on like.
I will be eating a whole bag of that just on purpose, just on principle.
Ratch's Turkey Dinner Candy Corn, 1-star review. They have it at Walgreens. I'll see if they have it at our Walgreens. Not available in our state. All right, well that sucks. Okay. Well, it's a thing. It's real. I will do my damnest to find it, and then we'll try it on stream.
Oh, 100%. I think that'd be worth trying.
Ah, shit. I found it on Amazon. It's expensive, though. Damn.
Not happy to have it. I understand. Like, damn, I don't want to try this.
It's only 2 bags. It's 2 bags for $30.
Whoa. I don't think so. We're talking about
It
being cheap
says
with my
here.
chocolate. I'm not spending $30 on a bag of candy corn.
Now, I don't know if the corns are separate flavors or if they are a collection. Like you take one
Okay.
and, but they have green bean flavored. Let me see if I can't really get this.
Yeah, there's no way they're all mashed together. There's gonna be some green beans, probably a gravy flavored.
I can't really get this onto the stream without ruining everything.
Don't worry about it.
But they have green bean flavored, roasted turkey, cranberry sauce, ginger glazed carrot, sweet potato pie, and stuffing.
Man, I love stuffing, but I don't think I'm gonna like candy corn flavored stuffing.
It's got 3-star review on Amazon. Oh, they are separate. They are separate flavors. So
Okay.
like you could a green bean flavored candy corn. Can you imagine?
Right? Just sounds
that's disgusting.
gross.
Steve's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, get out of here.
The comment here for the corn is, I read the bag. I could not believe it. Why did I not believe it? Do you have a frenemy, annoying coworker, or nemesis? I highly recommend you gifting them this bag. I ate a few, and here's what I experienced. The horrors of green bean flavored candy corn. The joys of ginger glazed carrots. The awfulness that is turkey. The disappointment of stuffing. And the absolute delight of cranberry. So yeah, it fucking sucks.
That's a good review. That's a really good review.
Yeah, it effing sucks, but it's excellent for domestic warfare.
Yeah, I can imagine putting a handful of that out at the family holiday and just seeing people's reactions all night as they take handfuls of green bean and cranberry.
I still might have to get it and make sure that I send a bag to like Ian, because Ian loves candy corn, and I would love to see him eat this.
He might love it. He might love it.
All right, I'm adding it to the cart, but I'm not going to make the decision. You know, I'm going to sit here.
Let it sit there for 24 hours.
We'll ruminate
and see
on
what
it.
you feel like tomorrow. Yeah.
We'll ruminate on it. At this time, we're going to transition into fall. I am going to hit run an ad. I don't know if that actually runs an ad or not, but I'm going to hit it.
Okay.
We'll see what happens, and then we're going to talk more. I'm pressing the ad button now.
Boom.
I got a giant yellow exclamation point. I'm assuming that means no ad is going to be being played. So we're just going to transition. We're now talking about...
We did what we could.
Yeah, I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue. So we've gotten some polls so far. Just an update on the poll. Let me check. Got 5 votes so far. All 5 are saying stew.
I'd like to see the person who's like, no, this is definitely a soup.
Yeah, I want to fight that person. We'll see what happens. All right. So back to our original, the next transition. I want to hear your opinion, sir. Now that Halloween is over, pack your skeletons, burn your spider web.
Got the dragon airing out in the garage right now.
Is it okay to start playing Christmas music?
No.
What?
No, it is not.
What is your... Well, you like Christmas more than me.
Love it. I love Christmas. I cannot wait for Christmas music.
When is it okay to listen to Christmas music?
After Thanksgiving.
After
100%.
Thanksgiving?
It's after the day after Thanksgiving. You can start putting up your tree. You can start putting up your decorations. All right. But you cannot pretend that fall does not exist. Autumn needs to breathe and good things have to have a starting point and an ending point. Okay. If the Shamrock Shake, which by the way, I think is hot trash, I don't know why it exists, or cold trash since it's frozen. If you got it 12 months out of the year, no one would ever order that stupid thing. And I would never have to see it again. But because it only comes out for like 1 month, people go nuts for it. Okay. That's the same that you're essentially killing Christmas music. Guess what? We're not having Black Friday anymore at Walmart. Do you know why? Because they started celebrating Black Friday on Wednesday.
Well, I think it has a lot more to do with COVID.
Yeah, but I feel like it's also, I feel like last year they were like, you know what, we're not even doing a lot because there's no reason to. No one cared anymore. Black Friday just became you can go shopping online whenever you wanted the week before. Black Friday is supposed to be the Friday after Thanksgiving. It started creeping into earlier in the morning. It started going later on Thanksgiving night. Then it started just going midday during Thanksgiving. And now it's essentially dead.
I got you.
So
Okay.
I think if you overhype this and you start playing Christmas music and doing Christmas decorations as soon as Halloween's over, you completely lose the season of fall.
I just have a question.
Yes.
Is fall not celebrated enough in September and October that we can't have a Thanksgiving Christmas and Thanksgiving in December? Because then sometimes when you hit January, no one wants to talk about Christmas anymore. They've moved past that, you know? So
And
like
I'm like that too.
so wouldn't you want to give your fall, Halloween, your September, your October, your Thanksgiving, your November, but with like an accent, like a dollop of Christmas? Because Christmas is the most greatest time of year,
You
according to
can
that song.
you can hear the disdain in your voice.
Well,
You
I
can
mean,
hear the disbelief in your voice
I'm just
as you say
extremely
it.
cynical. I think Christmas is overrated. I prefer how I mean, I like Halloween, but I don't really do anything with it. So I guess you
Mhm.
would say that Thanksgiving's probably my favorite holiday, and that's just because I'm a fat fuck who just likes to eat, and having a holiday dedicated to just eating some of the most tastiest like put together meal is just, that's just me.
Mhm.
But I feel like I've been embracing Christmas. I feel like I've
Yeah,
been
you've been
doing a
doing
much
well.
better job. We had Christmas here at our apartment 2 years ago, and Gabtron and I decorated the Christmas tree on Thanksgiving evening, and we like got the house all Christmassy. Like, I've been embracing it, but I don't know. I'm okay with it because there's not really a lot of, what I'm thankful for is a job and a life and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's great, but I'm not going to celebrate the pilgrimage, and white people came and ruined the, like the indigenous people's I don't know, like I
Oh,
just
that's
want to
right. That's
eat
I
good
forgot.
food.
I'm dealing with a snowflake. I forgot who I'm dealing
It
with.
doesn't even really have much to do with that as much as it I don't the I I just like food.
I
Thanksgiving's
do.
great. It gives me an excuse to eat a fucking tasty ass meal.
I
But
love
as
Thanksgiving.
far as the holiday lineage and the story, that's just dumb to me. I don't really care so much about that as much as I care about just making a banging ass dinner and eating it. And so I'm okay with Christmas approaching on Thanksgiving because I don't give a shit about like that kind of stuff. Like Thanksgiving celebration is trivial compared to just the meal. Like the meal is all I care about.
I mean,
And
the meal is great, but I appreciate Thanksgiving because it's the time when I spend with the people that I choose to be close with in my life. Now, I realize, guess what? White people suck. We've sucked since the day we were born. Okay. I'm tired of that. Okay. I know Columbus was a rapist and other people owned slaves. I get that. I get that we just done atrocities. I'm not talking about what happened back then. I acknowledge that it happened and I am sorry, but I love Thanksgiving when I make it now.
but that's
I
what I'm
don't love
saying.
what they did it then. I love my Thanksgiving now.
But
And
that's what
I'm not
I'm
expecting
saying.
Thanksgiving to get a month to itself. I'm just saying autumn doesn't even get a chance to celebrate in September and October, like you say, because it's Halloween. No one celebrates autumn and decorates
But
for
isn't
autumn and fall. They
autumn
just jump
Halloween?
straight to Halloween. No, Halloween is a holiday that only happens once. October 31st. Autumn is a season that lasts for 3 months, a quarter of our year.
But I don't really get the purpose of celebrating autumn
I
when
don't want to say
like
celebrate. You just get to marinate in it.
marinate in dry leaves, pumpkin
You
flavored
are
shit.
engaged to the most vanilla autumn person I know who's just gonna
I
love
know,
pumpkin
and I give
spice
her shit
lattes
about it all the
and warm
time.
blankets, and you're over here just wow, you're shitting on Christmas, you're shitting on autumn.
I'm
You just
not
want it to be
shitting on
Halloween.
Christmas. I'm
You want it to
saying
be
Christmas.
Halloween and then jump right to summer.
No, I'm saying it should be Halloween. You celebrate a banging ass dinner in for Thanksgiving, but the Thanksgiving is kind of meh. I'd rather like Friendsgiving. I'm down. Like I celebrate Friendsgiving, I
Yeah.
guess is what I'm saying. When I'm
Steaksgiving.
with
We
my
do
boys,
Steaksgiving
Steaksgiving
used.
was fantastic. I don't give a shit about Thanksgiving. I just want to hang out with my peeps, have a banging ass dinner, and then I'm okay with Christmas music. I'm
100%.
embracing Christmas.
100%.
I'm embracing Christmas.
And I gotta fuck you, Doug, when you're the one who's trying to oppress her. I
I'm not
understand. I'm over here trying
oppressing
to I'm
Autumn.
trying to
I'm
defend her
just saying.
rights.
All right, whatever. All right. So
I
it
just
is
think
not
that
okay in
everything
your.
should get them.
So you
Go ahead.
need to wait until after Thanksgiving for Christmas music to be heard.
I think so, or else you just overdo it. Like to me, it's special, and it's not gonna be special if I got to hear Mariah Carey warming up the vocal cords October 20th, and I hear her go until February 1st. That's me. That's just that's my take, and I'm the controversial one. I'm the one who says stupid things. You have a better outlook on what is politically correct
Oh,
and what should
again, I'm not
exist.
trying to talk about politically correct crap. All I'm saying is that the fundamental gist of what Thanksgiving was originally for and what most people celebrate, I give two shits about.
Mhm.
Thanksgiving to me is a dinner, is a meal, is a time to just hang out with friends. I don't care about being thankful for stuff. I'm appreciative of that year round. What I like that period, that date, is when you
Mhm.
drove across the country to see me twice now for
Right,
that holiday. Like,
right.
that's what I care about. I don't give a shit about pilgrims. I don't give a shit about
Yes.
like
You know,
autumn.
DK
It's
coming in clutch like she always says, but go on. You need to
needs.
let things breathe.
I want time to breathe in between holidays. Like, can I breathe that Halloween is? I
Thank you.
get it. I
That's
get
kind
it.
of what I was trying to get at, but she, as always, DK knows how to just
Well,
straighten it
future
out. She
doctor
knows how to
right there.
take my
That's what
energy. Yeah.
future doctor. That's what
She
she's.
focused my energy. She focused that she harnessed it, and then she just like a beautiful arrow was like, boop. That's what he wants to get at.
Okay. So you need time to breathe, and I get that. I'm appreciative of that, but I think I'm just. I mean, I would love to just wait until December to hear Christmas stuff, but I'm just saying, like, I don't mind it as much because
Yeah,
there's a
and I'll
big
say I'll never
separation
mind it.
of.
I just think it's wrong. I don't mind it.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
don't personally agree with it. But that's how
And
my life is. I don't know.
are you
Mhm.
locking uh music in with like decorations and all that other stuff too?
Mostly, I'm not gonna. If you want to start putting out some stuff, depending on where you live, like it's not gonna snow a whole bunch in certain parts of the country in October, November. But by December, you're gonna start seeing more snow and flurries. Okay, so just kind of, I just think you should let things breathe. If you want to put out like my mother, Sandy Boyd has got a decoration for everything, not just Halloween decorations, but she has fall and autumn decorations. She has those warm colors. So she has that time to let that breathe in between Halloween and Thanksgiving. And then she has winter decorations that stay up until it's springtime, but she also has Christmas decorations, which are different than the winter decorations. So she can make it work all year long. And you can't just assume, like, okay, we've just had Memorial Day or Labor Day, it's now time for Halloween and Halloween only. As soon as Halloween's done, bust out the Christmas tree. Like you're skipping over that warm autumn season and the chilly, hardy winter seasons when you're just attaching a holiday to your life. Okay? Holidays are but one day a year. They're not supposed to be months and quarters of the year. And I just want things to breathe.
I got you.
If you want to start putting up some decorations, I'll allow it. I might roll my eyes when you're not looking at me, but I will never be controversial. I will never just, I'm not one of those people that's just going to roll down the window at a stoplight and run my mouth. You have a right to do whatever you want to do. That's what makes America suck. People have the right to do whatever they want and expect to not get punched in the mouth.
That does make America suck. You're right.
But you
So
can listen to music what you want, and I'll tap my foot, but I'll tell you, I won't enjoy it. I won't publicly and openly enjoy and embrace it until after that Thanksgiving.
Okay. All right. I think I
Because I'll burn
appreciate where
out.
you.
If I let Christmas into my heart right now, I won't give a shit by December 12th.
Okay. All right. So what? So as you can see,
Mhm.
the next couple weeks of the pod, we're gonna be gearing up and we're gonna be shooting thematic. I'm gonna
Mhm.
try to my questions, my pod fod equivalent questions are going to. We could probably get sued for that because that's another podcast thing. But
What podcasts?
pod fod is
Oh,
called the pod
podfog.
folder, I
Okay,
guess. I don't
okay,
know.
okay.
Um, it's just where they pull out like their topics and stuff. I think I'm gonna be leaning towards my questions and my themes to Thanksgiving related things. We're gonna try. We're probably, I think it's just for the brand. God damn it! Why is my brain? Uh, we are just going to stick with Thanksgiving things. I think I'm just gonna end up buying them at the candy corn, and we'll just try
Yeah,
it. I think that'll be
yeah.
good. We're gonna talk about our favorite Thanksgiving things. It's gonna be a good month. We've got some other things in store coming up. We're working on some new graphics and new things. Hopefully, I'm saying these out loud so that I'm held accountable and making sure that I do my part for them,
Mhm.
and not being a sleazebag scumbag that I typically am. Um. So yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're rolling towards. Um. Yes, that is something that everybody should see in chat. Um, if you watch us on stream, I try to make our emotes and our things related to what happens on the channel. Um, and so that's why we have a Star Crunch emote, which because Star Crunch won our March Madness bracket. And if you watch us on stream, we've been playing a lot of Among Us, and one of our I think our number one sub gifter, she has a very classical, beautiful moment in one of our streams where she got voted out, and she just had this one-liner that was absolutely beautiful. You fools! You fucking fools! And so we turned that into an emote. Got that approved. That's actually her body falling from the sky there. I clipped it from the stream, so that's like her actual image that she chose. So let's just give a nice little shout out to DK for that, and that's my way of appreciating and honoring DK for hanging out with us on stream. For everybody else out there, make sure that you're following us on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We stream, we play games, we do fun, dumb stuff. It's a good way to get to know us and just see us when we're not having like a specific script that we're rolling from. Appreciate you all for hanging out and
Yeah,
for
we're
your listening.
scripted.
It's not scripted, but we have
No,
a
I mean, you're
guidelines.
right.
We have an
We do have
outline.
guidelines. Yeah.
We're not so much off the cuff and doing dumb things. I like to try to keep it a little bit more organized most times. Sometimes I
I
just let
understand.
chaos reign. Um, we're gonna. I have to seek approval, but I think I'm gonna do it. Our friend suggested that we're gonna be starting playing D&D. If our other two people co-sign on it, it's gonna be a very small campaign. I want it to be bigger, but at now it's gonna be very very small, just 3 people. Um, where I might try to bridge it out to a fourth person. Hint, hint. Somebody. If not, and I get everybody's permission, we'll just upload that as like little YouTube videos of just like some like highlights from the campaign, just to see if people like it. Because it's gonna be funny to see us doing dumb things and acting as characters. Not 100% sure if that's gonna come to fruition or not, but that's just something that I'm putting out there. So we've got stuff that we're working on and ideas that we have. We're trying to make this the best that we can, and I appreciate you all coming out and hanging out with us. You have anything that you
Yeah.
say? I just verbal diarrhea all
Fucking
over.
yeah, Dalvin Cook. He's gonna kill me in one league and save me in the other, and I don't know how I feel about it.
I'm sorry that that is something that you're encountering, but I have something that's very important that I need to share.
Yeah.
The Steelers are 7-0 and we just beat the Ravens.
Yeah, yeah. Take that, Baltimore.
A little controversial towards the end there. I don't know if Cam Hayward was faking an injury so that the defense could set up a play since Ravens were in a hurry up offense.
It's part of football. It happens all the time. It's happened against us.
I know it's happened again. That's just some big brain stuff right there. Go Steelers. Steelers are the only undefeated team in the NFL. We're 7-0. We just ousted the division rivals. We are the best. Go Steelers. Woohoo. Love you all. Stay fat.
Yeah, stay fat.